Myers-Briggs test has identified ESFP, or the performers, as your personality type. You have the ability to understand the objective world, its facts and realities. You look at things and say, this is the way it really is, and you're right on, you're spot on, you get it, and you see how the world really works. You have a talent for entertaining and pleasing others with words and actions. You'd probably be a pretty good actor, and everybody that knows you probably sees that. You have an aptitude for getting the most out of any situation or place. So you're the kind of person that can go into a situation and organize things and get things to happen and make things happen in a way that other people can appreciate. You're skilled at finding the best of things for yourself and for others. You can go into a situation and everybody sends you as the advanced spy to kind of check out how things are, to see if that's going to be a lot of fun, and you'll be very good at that. Your exceptional natural musical and dramatic skills. So again, you'll be the drama king or drama queen, and you can act those out or play musical instruments at the same time, possibly. Your detailed and finally nuanced appreciation of the outside world. So you can look at the outside world and you have a real good feel for those little things that make things special about life. And then you can detect and recognize the effects of minute changes that are made and see those and appreciate them, especially if you have a strength of maximizer. Maximizer can help you. It's a strength for being able to take something that's already good and making it better. And so it could very well be that maximizer would be one of your strengths, especially a high strength. You have refined taste, make it a joy for others to be in your company. So you're the kind of person that can go into a restaurant. You probably know, if you're a wine drinker, you probably know the best wine. If you're a person who's a connoisseur of foods, you probably know exactly what food to order. And when you go into a restaurant, you're checking it out very well to find out what it is people would like to eat. You can quickly differentiate things of greater and lesser importance. So you can go into a situation, in a relationship, what's important to other people. In a project, what's important in a project. It just happens to be that you think that way and you're good at doing that. And you recognize and promote the talents of other people. So when you go through this process and you're learning your profile, you could probably get a pretty good idea for how important it would be for other people to go through the same thing. It'll help give you and feed you information that you can turn around and use for them and help them build their understanding of who they are and how they're designed. And you defend the best and the most life-promoting aspects of the world. So you're looking at the world and you're seeing people in life, and you're trying to help promote the best parts of life and the best aspects of the world itself. Okay, here's your weaknesses. You may ignore the preferences and needs of other people. There might be people around you and you just ignore what their needs are. And so pay attention and make sure that you're taking the feelings and the attitudes of other people into account as you go through your day. You may perceive objective criticism as a ploy to spoil their fun. You might look at when somebody says, well, if you did it this way, and you might very well take that as they're just trying to spoil the fun. They don't want me to enjoy this, and that's not necessarily the case. So somebody might look at what you're doing and say, boy, they're really good. If they just did this, it could be even better. That might be a strength that you'd want to lean on instead of being concerned about. You may have skewed or unrealistic ideas about the feelings of other people. Again, you may believe that you have the ability to read other people, but your personality is such that you probably are not good at reading other people, and so having other people to spend time with that can read that could be helpful for you. You may blame your problems on the world in general, and just remember that we're all responsible for ourselves, and it doesn't matter what's happened in the past. What matters is the choices you make daily to make your life better and to make your relationships with other people better also. You may be oblivious to havoc they wreak on other people's feelings. So you may just run right over the top of people and not understand or not know that you've hurt people. So learn to watch for the expressions of other people's faces when you say things, and when you do things. You could very well hurt other people very easily. You may use inappropriate social behavior simply to make a point. So you might be the kind of person that does gestures that just to make a point, and remember that there's people that offends greatly, and it'll tend to push people away and give you exactly the opposite response than you're really looking for. You may come across as boastful and rash in your attitudes. So if you might come across as being a little arrogant or being egotistical, just remember to watch for these things and to read people and their emotions, and to ask other people about how they feel about things you say, and learn to control that, because it'll push people away again. And then you may rationalize things in a most inane or simplistic ways. In your mind, there might be things that are big deal to other people, and you just kind of push them off and don't think much of them. You may believe extraordinary things about inanimate objects, which is kind of interesting. You may look at something and say, you know, that thing over there has abilities or does something, and it really doesn't do. You might look at a crystal and think the crystal has powers. Just watch out for that and look at the data, look at the facts. Situations requiring careful consideration may overwhelm you. You may need to associate with people who are good at digging into the facts, who are good at understanding what's going on. And under stress, you may sense a dark, unseen influence. You might think that there's a dark undertow to life that's pressing in on you. And just remember, look at the facts. Ask people around you who have a good, clear mind in tough situations, and get them to help you. Okay, here's some action items for you. Test your intuitions about new prospects and opportunities. Make sure that you're going and you're looking up the facts. Do the research. Find out when you come up with a new opportunity or you have something, a prospective opportunity. Make sure you check out the facts. You're going to be the kind of person that could very easily make a decision that's wrong because you don't have all the facts. React to looks and body language of others as you speak. You know, so watch out for these things that people do when they have movements or when they're smiling. Watch that very carefully because you have the ability to react to that strongly. So use that to help in your judgments and your relationships with people. Ask questions and understand why others feel the way they do. Again, you have a tendency to jump to conclusion with your type of personality, so make sure that you're asking people. Find out what the realities are. Don't compare other situations to your own. Just try to discover what's going on for real. It's important in your relationships with people to be extremely candid, to give them permission to be candid, and then to expect and get the types of criticism, the kind of feedback that you can actually use to bring a little bit more reality to your life. Because if you think about it, the only thing that's worth really acting on is reality. You don't want to react on things that are just what your perceptions are, and you have a tendency to be very sensing and feeling and perception oriented and very outgoing. If you put all those things together, you can have a tendency to build ideas in your mind that just aren't true. So make sure that you're grounded in reality, and the best way to be grounded in reality is to put people around you who are very grounded in reality, and then ask them questions, investigate these things carefully. You see disagreement and criticism as an opportunity for growth. If you will see it, you can grow. So when you see these criticisms come out, and look at them as an opportunity for growth, and be aware of others and try to understand their perspectives. Again, this is how you can grow. This is how you can bring more reality to your situation. And then treat others with gentleness, just like you want to be treated. Make sure that you come at people with a sweetness or a gentleness about your personality, and you don't have to get all mushy with it, but you want to make sure that you're thinking good thoughts, you're thinking loving thoughts about everybody you meet and people you work with, because that'll tend to change the way you think about and react to people in general. Assume the best. A positive attitude creates positive situations. So make sure that you keep your mind focused on the positive things, on the good things in life. And then lastly, if something seems to be wrong, ask questions. Again, you have a tendency to be a very touchy-feely type person, and you sense things, you feel things, you perceive things. So make sure that you're getting a lot of information. Base your reactions to life, base your reaction to people, to projects, to opportunities on facts. Look for the facts. Go out and quantify what it is that you need to know before you make judgments and take actions. So this is your personality, the ESFP.